Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? So yeah, finally, I'm going to be starting the F1 2014 career mode. Um, as I mentioned in the previous career mode for F1 2013, this is a continuous career. So basically, I will spend 1 year on every game, So I started out at Caterham in 2013. I managed to get a contract from Force India, and now this season I'm going to be driving for Force India. And hopefully, if we are lucky, we can get maybe a podium or two. Force India was kind of a strong midfield team in 2014. I think they had one podium in real life from Perez, I think at the Bahrain Grand Prix. But was it the Malaysian Grand Prix? I don't know, I don't remember. But they definitely had at least one podium this season. I have some mods installed. So if you want to try those mods, those are in the description of the live. I have a database mod, I have a TCAM mod, and I have some upgraded track mods. All of them are in the description. So yeah, let me start up the game. And then we can begin. Oh, there it is, okay. But yeah, I did some testing for this game, and I do like the this database mod that I have installed. I think it's called Nico's database mod. It makes the AI better, Like it's not impossible or anything like that, but it makes the AI slightly better. It also rebalances the cars. That was one of the problems with the base game, basically, is that some teams were better than what they were supposed to be, Like this season, it was, Mercedes winning almost everything. I think they won every race except for 3. Like Canada was one of them. Hungary was one of them that they did not win. And what else? I don't know. There might have been one more race that they did not win, but yeah, let me select Force India. And full season, as usual. Let me skip the intro. And it's going to be Hülkenberg, who is the teammate of me. Yeah. The game is telling me, the intro or the tutorial. Vijay Mallya is, of course, the team boss or the team owner. Unfortunately, I cannot skip this tutorial segment when you first do a career mode. It will, show up every time. The commentator explains everything to you. The key features of the career hub and shit like that. But let me swap over to the game finally. So yeah, as I mentioned a minute ago, Hülkenberg is going to be our teammate. I was kind of expecting Perez, but well, I mean, I guess Perez did not make it on the grid in this universe, as I'm taking the second seat at Force India. We got the messages, of course, Vijay Mallya. They are expecting me to finish 11th in the standings, which is going to be a big change because, well, we can actually score points in this car. Definitely good enough to score points. Let's see the information for Australia. It doesn't look like that it's going to rain, okay? In any of the sessions. And yeah, let's take a look at the grid for this season. So we have Vettel. This was his last season for Red Bull in 2014. And then we have Ricciardo in the other Red Bull. Of course, Webber retired and his seat was taken by Ricciardo. This is going to be his very first season for this team. For some reason, is Chilton in third place? Like, I don't know why. Something with the database, I guess. But I think it's the same in the vanilla game as well. So it's not a mod-related issue. But Chilton is going to be in the Marussia, just like how it was last season. They retained their drivers. Of course, it was Chilton and Bianchi. And then we have Rosberg and Hamilton. They will fight for the title. I don't think that any other driver can fight for the title, because in this season, Mercedes was significantly better than everyone else. Like, they were just simply dominating every race, or almost every race. We have Raikkonen in the Ferrari. This was his return season to Ferrari. It was not a great season. Like, I don't think he finished in the top 10 by the end of the season, but this was not a good car, to say the least. The F14T, I think that's the name of this car. It wasn't a great car. We have Grosjean in the Lotus. This was the season where Lotus really went under in terms of performance. Like, they were just simply completely dropped away from the top teams. Like in 2012 and 2013, they could get podiums, but in this season, they were just pretty much backmarkers or in the lower midfield. We have Ericsson, a new driver in Formula One. This was his first season for Caterham, or first season for for him in Formula One. Kobayashi returns to the grid with Caterham. It was a kind of, how do I say it? Like, he deserved better than this, Like, the Caterham car was just so bad. And there we are in P9, our second season in Formula One. Maldonado joins Lotus. Alonso still at Ferrari. We got Bianchi in the other Marussia car. Massa joins Williams, of course. And we got Kevin Magnussen. This was his very first season in F1. After this, he was demoted to a reserve driver role, and then he was eventually let go, basically. And he joined Renault in 2016, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this was his first season. And we have Gutierrez still in the Sauber. Sauber is going to be a backmarker team. This season, they were really bad in 2014. Button in the McLaren still. Of course, he's going to stay with this team until he retires at the end of 2016. And we have Jean-Éric Vergne in the Toro Rosso. Kvyat, another rookie on the grid, is going to be his first season in Formula One. Then we have Hülkenberg, Hamilton, Bottas, and Sutil. Bottas is starting his second season at Williams. Of course, I was hoping to get the Williams seat. Like, I was competing with Bottas with Bottas for the second seat at Williams, but I didn't want to risk waiting and letting go the Force India offer, so I decided to go for the Force India seat instead of waiting for the Williams one. And I think I did the right decision, because Bottas ended up beating me after the last race, if I recall. He ended up finishing ahead of me in the standings. So yeah, let me check the settings. Race settings. Race distance 100%. Difficulty. I might turn ABS on. Because I did find it very easy to lock the brakes. I don't remember if that's a vanilla game thing or, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, let's go to the practice session of Australia. Of course, last season it was Hamilton who ended up winning the championship, at least in my universe or in this career series. It was Hamilton who won his first driver's title. For Mercedes. It came 1 year earlier, but you know. They were fighting with Vettel, but eventually it was just... Vettel had some really bad luck. I mean, to be honest, Milton as well, but eventually he was the one who had more points, so... Vettel had a really bad race weekend at the end. Just simply could not finish ahead of Hamilton, or outscore Hamilton. Okay, so I think I will raise the volume a bit. Audio. Let's put on some music, why not? You know, when, you know, the game is loading, it's better to have some background music. Speech 70. I mean, the engineer was kind of silent. Yeah, let's put it up to 70. So, do we have any... Okay, we don't have any upgrades. But I'm going to go for this setup. And let's also skip to qualifying. Let's see who ended up winning. If it was Alonso ahead of Hamilton, okay. Alonso, Hamilton, Rosberg, Button, Massa, and Hülkenberg. Of course, this is not very representative, you know, because we entirely skipped the session and the game just simulates a most of the time random result, so it's not very representative of the pecking order, you know. And yeah, these cars had very ugly noses. These kind of like penis noses. Almost every team featured them. Except for Ferrari, or Red Bull and Mercedes, I think. Like it was a loophole in the rule set.
This screen provides you with live timing information and allows you to fast forward time within the current session.
Someone is leaving the pits. Who is it? You can't really see yet. Oh, it's Sutil. And someone else too. And Ericsson, it seems like. But yeah, it's great that I actually managed to get out of the Caterham team. Because we can actually fight for some points, you know, finally. Although I wouldn't have minded that much if I had to stay in the Caterham F1 team, although they were the slowest in 2014. They had the worst car. But I did like the team, you know, like the green cars. Unless, well, the nose, except it was not very good, but, you know, teams were trying to find some loopholes, and that was the thing with this one as well, with Caterham. They also had this very narrow tube towards the ground, or this kind of penis nose, you know. And as usual, I will wait until like the last 5 minutes or 6 minutes to set a lap time. Someone is actually starting their fine Yeah, their first falling lap. We need to wait until, you know, the track. Or I prefer to wait until the track is a bit cleaner. Because that's a thing in the game, that the track gets cleaner and faster as the time progresses. Track evolution is actually a thing in the game. If I'm pretty sure it was in 2013 and maybe even 2012 as well.
There's only a few cars out on track. We should consider getting out there.
So who's going to be the first one who sets a lap time? Sutil. So far he's the quickest, but we only have, you know, the Caterhams and one of the Marussia cars out. So Sutil is faster than Grosjean. Chilton is faster than Grosjean. That's, well, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that Chilton is running the soft tires, meanwhile Grosjean might be running the primes. We will see. Okay, Sutil fastest lap 1:30, 3:43. Ericsson almost 2 seconds slower, but that's around, you know, the actual distance. Kobayashi 1.1 seconds away from Sutil's lap time, a lot quicker than his teammate. We have Bianchi, that was a very slow lap. I don't know what happened. I think he might have been held up or something. Grosjean, slower than Sutil. Almost 6 tenths. Chilton, P4. And Verne takes the lead for now. Almost half a second quicker than Sutil's lap time, and he goes below 1:30.
Be aware, the track is pretty busy at the moment.
A lot of drivers are out, except me and Magnussen. And Ricciardo. Sutil also returned to the pits. Kvyat with the fastest second sector. This is going to be his first flying lap in Formula 1. He made his debut this season. Kvyat second place. Kind of close to his teammate, less than 3 tenths. He was faster in, you know, the second and third sector as well than his teammate. But he was slower in the first one, so maybe he was held up a bit. Possible. Rosberg, of course, has the second. I mean, the first. Wait, what happened to the first? Yeah, I think Rosberg was also held up. If you look at the first sector for Rosberg. 30 seconds and 6 tenths. Meanwhile, Verne did 30 seconds, so almost flat. So, bottom P3. I think he's on the primes. Like, top teams usually tend to run, you know, the prime tires, at least for qualifying one. Rosberg takes the lead. We got Maldonado in P10. Gutierrez, P12. It was a very slow lap time. Something went wrong. Hamilton, fastest first sector. Magnussen also left the pits. Massa. Whoa. That was a really good lap. Over almost 6 6/10 of a second quicker than Rosberg's lap time. I mean, Massa got a pole position this season in 2014 at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. And podiums as well, of course. Like Williams was like the third fastest team ahead of Ferrari. Vettel jumps to the lead. Hamilton P3, Hülkenberg P4. I think all of them are on the primes, you know, Vettel, Massa, Hamilton. Ricciardo P3. Magnussen is the only one who haven't set a lap time except me. But there will be some improvements, that's for sure. I mean, I think Grosjean is going to get a bit faster in the Lotus. Button only P12, although he's safe even with that lap time. Vettel leads ahead of Massa and Ricciardo for now. Oh, Magnussen only P16. He must have been held up. He must have been held up. That's a very great lap time from Massa, not gonna lie.
Quick lap times are being posted. Looks like the track's getting faster.
Yeah, indeed, the track is getting faster. Bottas P2 for now. As they're a tenth away from Vettel's lap time. It was a massive change for Williams. A massive change. They barely scored any points in 2013. In real life. They scored like 5 points, if I remember correctly. And in this season they were, you know, up in the top 3. This was mostly due to the Mercedes engine. Like this Williams car was really good in a straight line. Very effective or efficient in a straight line. When it comes to the aerodynamics, you know. But this eventually faded away. I think after 2016 they were, you know, starting to drop back. Or maybe after 2015. But I think they still had podiums in 2016. Magnussen needs to improve if he wants to make it into the second part of qualifying. So far it's looking good for Red Bull. Vettel is first and Ricciardo is third. Raikkonen P9 in the Ferrari. Ways away from Alonso. But Alonso isn't that far from Vettel's lap time, to be honest. Just over 3/10 away. That's not a bad lap. Like, I will try to make it to the last part, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. Hülkenberg is P7. That's also good. I think, are we on the prime tires? Yeah, indeed. We are on the prime tires. There is absolutely no need to put on the options because we are going to get through. So Like our car is just so much better than the Lotus cars or the Sauber cars, you know, it doesn't matter that we use the primes. Yeah, drive out. Let's go. Hülkenberg is leaving as well. And there was a Ferrari. Didn't see who it was. One of the Williams cars.
Be careful not to drive over the white line when coming out of the pit, or you'll get a penalty.
Yeah, I need to pay attention to the mirrors. Should put in, yeah. I mean, I don't think I will overtake these guys, because they might be... I think Bottas is going to be a lot quicker than me. Bottas is definitely going to be quicker than me. Williams is just... It was really good this season in 2014. There is also Ferrari ahead, so I don't think there is a reason to charge ahead and get between them. Waiting for you to win the yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if I can do that in a Force India. But I will try to do my best. Okay, let's put up to Rich Mix. The air is open. Let's push it. Okay, so far no one is ahead, thankfully. Went a bit too wide. Unfortunate, but happens. I will have another go. I will have time. Hamilton fastest lap. Oh, that's a problem.
3 minutes to go.
Because it completely blocks my screen. That is not good. And am I going to get held up? Not really, but... Oh yeah, the car is understeery so badly, holy shit. Yeah, the understeer. I mean, I picked the lowdown for setup. Oh, I'm a lot slower than... What? How am I 2 seconds slower than Maldonado? Like, I did a test run and it went fine, so I don't know why. I'm so much slower than Maldonado. Well, that's kind of a problem because... if I'm going to be really slow in the qualifyings and then really fast in the races, that's not going to be good. Yeah, like I might not be able to make it to the second part. Although we are on the prime tires. I don't know what tire Hülkenberg has on, but I have a feeling it might not be the prime tires. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to the second part. Over a second. Over the Maldonado, that's crazy. Let me just check with the Hülkenberg. He said that left time with the primes, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm not going to get through. Unfortunately. Or it might be the assist I have on. Options, assist. Yeah, I have ABS on. Maybe that was the one of the reasons. Because ABS tends to make your car very understeery. But yeah, it's only going to be P18, not good. But that's why I installed the database mod. So the AI would be harder, you know. But to be honest, the setup is more race-oriented. Like it's going to be easier for me to overtake because I have a low downforce setup. Okay. Yeah, P18. It's very slow, over a second away from even Maldonado's lap time. Hülkenberg gets through in 7th position, even with the prime tires. That's why kind of surprising. Continue. Like, it's been so long since I played vanilla F1 2014 that I do not remember if the AI was good at this track or bad. Because like, at some tracks the AI is really good, at some they are not. It's very inconsistent. Let's see where Hülkenberg ended up. Like, I did some testing and I had no problem in qualifying. I think I qualified like P12, so maybe I will switch to 1 lap qualifying. Because if it's going to happen at the next race as well, then I might be having some problems. Like, this game has like a issue where if you speed up time and stuff like that, the AI will set either ridiculously fast lap times or really slow lap times. It's going to mess it up completely. And since I spent most of the session in this view, like looking at the track and the times, maybe I was maybe the game, I don't know, we will see. But yeah, let's see the grid. Hülkenberg qualified P4. Ricciardo is on pole position ahead of Hamilton. And then we have Alonso in P3. Hülkenberg P4 somehow. Then we have Vettel P5, Bottas P6, Massa P7. Rosberg, Button and Raikkonen are the top 10. It's a very surprising. top 10, you know. And then we have Magnussen in P11, Grosjean, Vergne, Kvyat, Maldonado, Sutil, Gutierrez, me, Kobayashi, Bianchi, Chilton, Ericsson are the rest. But yeah, Hülkenberg P4, that's crazy. I mean, it's a long race, 58 laps, so there is going to be plenty of time for me to, you know, try to get back to the front. I would have to finish P12. But, you know, I would hope to get some points, but we will see. So what's the strategy option? Yeah, let's go with this one. Great qualifying from Ricciardo. Pole position on his first race for Red Bull, at his home race as well. And for Hülkenberg as well, like I don't think any Force India car managed to qualify P4 before this. Yeah, we just need to keep it clean. But at the same time, I would like to finish in the top 10 to get some points. Okay, we have the inside line. Just trying to be careful. Oh, the Gutierrez kind of boxed me in, but that's alright. We got Kvyat ahead in P17. Going to the inside and trying to dive down the inside, but it's dangerous. Okay, now we have Maldonado on the outside. Sutil in front. All the back bunches up. Raikkonen drops down to P13. And Button goes to the inside. Yeah, that's the usual issue with the AI in this game. Not just in this game, but in early Codemasters games, where they go to the inside and they just slam on the brakes. But we are up to P12 now in one lap. That's really good. We got Button behind though. He's going to be faster than us, so I will try to escape ahead of Vergne, you know. Maybe Vergne can hold up Button a bit for me. And I think that's going to be Magnussen in P10. Of course, no DRS yet. We have to wait until the third lap for that. But yeah, we're running a low downforce setup. It's going to have to, you know, overtake. And there we go. We are ahead of Vergne. Okay. Hülkenberg ended up dropping back. A bit. But he's still in the top 10, so he would score points if the... Oh, someone is going slow. Hülkenberg. Oh, he's going to retire in the second lap. God damn it. It looks like that he's... Yeah, he retired. Hülkenberg is out after just not even 2 laps. God damn it. Yeah. At least I'm up to P10 now. So it's going to be on me to score points for the team. And so far it's looking good because Vergne is holding up Button. Although Button is going to have DRS next lap. Ricciardo is still leading his home race. Yeah, like I turned off ABS and it's definitely better. It doesn't understeer that much. Yeah. Like even without that, I think I would have been way too slow to actually make it into Q2, but it would have been closer at least. I mean, we are kind of closing to Magnussen in the first sectors. First sector and the second one, but the AI gets such a good exit out of the last corner. And I'm not close enough for DRS, yeah. Yeah, I'm not close enough, unfortunately. Ricciardo fastest lap, 130, 260. The problem is with this, or with the camera mode, is that it completely blocks the screen when, you know, there is some sort of a notification for the fastest lap. But I do like this camera angle, it's very realistic. Oh, come on, Magnussen, just make one mistake or something. Like, it would help a lot if I could manage to get into his slipstream. We're definitely closer than what we were, but it's not going to be enough, right? Or was it? I don't know. Might have been. Vergne is still holding a button, that's perfect. This is what I wanted. And no DRS, yeah. Right there, this is what I wanted. I wanted to get ahead of Vergne and hope that he's going to hold up button. But we are slowly but surely catching Magnussen. Although this wasn't a great first sector. Yeah. Oh, someone is going slow ahead. We are catching someone. Is that a Red Bull, possibly? Couldn't really see, but we will find out in a few laps, I suppose. Or maybe someone lost their front wing and they pitted. Like, it's possible that it's a back marker that already made a pit stop. Yeah, I can see that. Getting closer to Magnussen each lap a bit by bit. Okay, we are close enough for the slipstream, finally. Going to help me in the next segment a lot. And maybe I can get DRS. Maybe. But the problem is that the AI gets such a great exit out of the last corner that it doesn't... I cannot attack into the first turn, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, I got DRS at least, but we cannot attack into the first corner, maybe the third one. Oh, that was a big corner cut. Yeah, it's too short. I mean, this DRS zone. I think he's also on the option tires.
Tire temperatures are looking really good.
So I need to be careful with the corner cutting. I need to attack somewhere else, because I cannot attack even with DRS, you know. I have to attack somewhere in the first sector. Yeah, like unfortunately I'm using, you know, automatic gears. So I lose a lot of time to the AI in the last turn. I'm a lot closer now. But it's not enough, yeah. It's not enough. Maybe now. Oh, come on. No. I did not want to send it, but that's going to be the spot. That is going to be the spot. Oh, I cut the corner a bit too much, lost some time, unfortunately. Oh, wait, put a really nice distance to Verne and the others. Over 12 seconds now. Yeah, that was not a good exit. I went on the curb. Put it on lean because we are -1 in terms of fuel. I think Magnussen is also running it on lean mix. No, we cannot. We cannot, even with DRS. Like next lap I will try to get try to get like a really good exit and put it on Rich Mix and see if I can make the move. But it has to be a dive bomb. But I do like the AI a lot, like they are actually, you know, fast. DRS open. Yo, what's up, Hydromatics? What's up, what's up? Is this the W8 era or V8 era? No, this is the V6. This was the first season for the hybrid engines. I went a bit too wide. Up to Rich Mix. I wasn't close enough there. I don't think I'm going to be close enough. Yeah. Like this corner should be the point. Or this has to be. Let's leave the Rich Mix on for a bit. But yeah, like the 2014 season was the first season with the hybrid engines. There is some debris. Okay, I think I might be able to do it this lap. Into turn 3. Yeah, with DRS. Okay, we got it. Grosjean is running P8, holy shit. In the Lotus. That's crazy. Lotus was a really bad team in 2014. They had a really bad car. They were doing really bad in terms of finances, so they had to take shortcuts. Yeah, and this is the problem, that it's one thing that I overtook Magnussen. I might be unable to keep him behind, because I cannot get him out of the, you know, DRS detection range. Yeah, Magnussen is going to attack into the first turn already. There's a lot of debris. What's going on at the front? Like everyone is bunched up, but still. Yeah, we have very similar pace with Magnussen. So I cannot really shake him off, unfortunately. Like, there are corners where he's faster than me. Mostly at the in the last sector. That's where the AI is really good. Oh, he's very close. I had a really bad last sector, unfortunately. Okay. Managed to hold Magnussen off for now, but yeah, we have very similar pace. So I can't get rid of him. And this is kind of hurting our race because we're dropping behind of Grosjean, you know. Oh, this was a really bad first sector, yeah. Yeah, Grosjean is over 5 seconds now. He's actually closing in on the group ahead, but it's surprising that Grosjean is doing so well in that Lotus. Barely managed to keep the position.
With 3 places above our expected result.
I think this lap I will check the race director
Optimal temperature, brakes at optimal temperature.
just to check, you know, the positions of other drivers.
Our calculations estimate that Magnussen will be pitting within the next 5 laps. Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Yeah, he's also in the lean mix, or running lean, just like me. Yeah, he's not going to go around the outside, that's for sure. In the first turn, he cannot do that. I mean, the AI from F1 Challenge would have done that. That AI had like infinite amounts of grip, you know, so it could pull off the craziest and most unrealistic overtakes. And it had a very high tendency to cut corners, to either to keep the position or to overtake you. Okay, let's check the race director. Yeah, it's Ricciardo leading his home Grand Prix ahead of Alonso. That's kind of a surprise that the Ferrari is up there. We have Massa in P3, Hamilton P4, Vettel P5, Bottas P6, Rosberg P7, Grosjean P8. I don't know why the Mercedes cars are not that fast. Or to be honest, they are running in a pack, you know, so I guess they are back and forth overtaking each other. But yeah, I'm P9 and we have Magnussen P10. Button overtook Vergne, okay. Then we have Sutil, Gutierrez, Kvyat, Bianchi, Kobayashi, Maldonado. Raikkonen is down to P19. And he didn't even do a pit stop. What the hell happened? Chilton P20 and Ericsson P21, but... Oh yeah, it's not looking good for Raikkonen for his return to Ferrari. Only P19 so far, started from P10. So yeah, we are falling behind a lot from Grosjean. Fantastic news. Let's put it up to standard now. Yeah. Magnussen is going to attack again into turn 1. Well, yeah, but DRS is helping him a lot because the AI gets a really good exit out of the last corner. So he can actually challenge me into turn 1. I still don't get it, how the fuck do we lose time to Grosjean? Like, that Lotus car was absolute garbage. They did score some points, but that car was really fucking bad. I think they scored like 7 or 8 points in the entire season. Yeah, someone is pitting. Bottas is in the pits. Kind of an early stop for him. Maybe he was the one who ended up breaking some of his front wing. There was some debris earlier in turn 1. Magnussen is still saving fuel. Yeah, like in the first sector I can nicely pull away from him, but then there are some corners where he's a lot faster than me. Yeah, but how is Ricciardo relevant to us? Like, sometimes the engineer is very silly. Because Ricciardo is fighting for the win, not for P9. And yeah, everyone else ahead of us is also pitting. Magnussen stays out. I think that's because Button is going to pit, right? Yeah. Indeed. Okay, 3.7. Not a record, that's for sure. Yeah. I know. Kvyat is going to be behind us. Oh, someone else retired again. Going to check it a bit later as to who it was. Magnussen might end up jumping me. This was not a good lap. And I think he's going to have a very clean pit stop. Like no one is really going to pit in this lap except him from the top 10. Yeah, Magnussen is going to jump me. Or is he? No, okay. Thankfully he did not, but he actually lost some time. Okay. He's not going to be within 1 second. He will be unable to attack. Or maybe now he's going to drop back. Massa is running P8. Five seconds, I mean 6 seconds ahead, but yeah, we cannot catch him. Cannot catch him. Shit. Got on the grass into the entry. I think he closed the gap a bit. Yeah. I hope it was, just because I made some mistakes and not because he's actually faster than me. Although Magnussen is in the McLaren, so... I'm almost certain that Magnussen was actually supposed to drive for Force India in 2014 at first. But then, the opportunity came to drive for McLaren. Like he was a McLaren development driver. And the team decided to remove or end the partnership with Perez after 2013. So that's how Magnussen ended up getting the promotion straight up to McLaren. But unfortunately, the car ahead is just a Marussia car. It's not Massa. At least he gets out of the way and nicely lets me through. Yeah, we kind of expanded the gap to Magnussen. And we're keeping the distance with Massa for now, but I think as the tire wear starts to kick in, we are going to, dropping back. Maybe he's on the prime tires. It's possible that these two ahead of me are going on a longer stint. Rosberg 128, 917. Oh, yeah. I lost a lot of time because of that. But unfortunately the graphics are, how do I say it, like when someone sets a new lap time, it's going to be blocking the screen. Or when there is a, yellow flag or green flag, it's going to block my visibility. I couldn't see the braking zone of turn 1. Yeah, Magnussen closed in a lot. It's going to be in DRS range by 4. Massa is trying to go for an overtake on whoever is in front of him. Magnussen also using the DRS. He wasn't close enough for an actual attack. Like, I don't know if you can customize... I don't think you can customize the hood in this game, like in later F1 games. Unfortunately. Like, I'm kind of thinking letting Magnussen through and then trying to stay with him, because he's obviously quicker than me. But if I can stay with him 1 second, he's going to help me get closer to, to the others in front. As he's also, he would basically drag me behind. But I think he's a bit too quick for that. If he overtakes, I might be unable to follow him. Yeah, he had such a good exit. And that's something that I cannot really do anything about. AI has a really good exit into the last turn, always. Okay, that's a Caterham ahead, not a... You're not going to be racing that person for position. Either Kobayashi or Ericsson. Oh, can I get DRS from whoever this is? Oh. But at least we will overtake him in a straight line, at least I hope. Blue flags, come on. Okay. We weren't close enough for blue flags to the Caterham. Always the worst place. Oh. Yeah, this is like the worst location for that, unfortunately. Because the AI always slams on the brakes when they have the inside line. Oh, that was a nice corner cut. But yeah, the McLaren is faster, but not a surprise. Okay. So Magnussen is going to attack. He switched up to rich mix. But not into the first turn. Yeah. Wasn't close enough. And we are dropping back from Massa, unfortunately, but oh well. I have to keep the position. Because if Magnussen overtakes me, I cannot stay behind him. He's just simply going to drive off into the distance. He might get me in this lap, or can I defend? Oh, he went a bit too wide, but he's going to he's going to get DRS again, I think. Nice. Okay, managed to keep the position. Is that button right behind us? I think that might actually be button.
Your engines at optimal temperature.
Which is not good for me. Oh, yeah, I turned in very early. I cannot tell who that is behind Magnussen. Yeah, it is indeed Button, right behind Magnussen. He managed to catch up to us, unfortunately. He was like over 12 seconds behind before the pit stops. Or before, you know, Vergne was overtaken by him. I don't know if the engine temperature is actually something that the AI is being impacted by. you know? Because like if you are right behind another car and you're running the engine on the maximum fuel consumption, you know, the rich mix, then it's going to overheat. But I don't know if that's a thing for the AI. It might not be a thing because some things were not a negative for the AI, you know. Like I remember back in the 2010 Codemasters F1 game, the AI was not impacted by fuel consumption and tire wear. Like the AI was always running qualifying levels of fuel in the race, you know. So they had like 5 laps of fuel and they always made it to the end without any problems because, you know, Codemasters, I guess, did not bother to make the AI actually use fuel and then try to have a strategy to avoid running out of fuel. But I think that was only in the 2010 F1 game. I don't know who this is, but Bianchi, okay. I think he actually helped me a bit, yep, indeed. Magnussen is not going to get DRS from me. So Button might overtake him.
We've run the figures and think that Magnussen will be pitting for a new set of tyres soon, probably within the next 3 laps.
Next 3 laps? What? No. I think he's going to pit on lap 36. Because, you know, even though that I'm the number 2 driver, I get to pit first in every race. That's going to be the thing. The player gets to pit before the teammate, even if you are the number 2 driver. But for the other teams, the number 1 drivers get to pit first every time. And the number 2s pit 1 lap later. And since Magnussen is the number 2, I think he's going to pit on lap 36. And Button is going to pit on lap 35, just like me. Like, it's very easy to predict the strategy for the AI, you know, in this game. They always pit on the same lap, you know. They don't try to do anything differently. But it's nice that Bianchi got the McLarens off my back. I can kind of focus on my pace. Because they will, you know, catch up to me eventually, but...
We believe the car ahead is running standard revs.
Okay, that's another Caterham. Okay, perfect. This is great. We can just go by Kobayashi without any problems, and hopefully he's going to hold up the McLarens a bit. Yeah, indeed he did. Big time, actually. The McLarens got really unlucky with the lapped cars, but you know, happens. Let's actually check the race. But still Ricciardo leading on the prime tires ahead of Alonso and Rosberg. Then we have Hamilton in P4, Bottas P5, Vettel, Grosjean. Grosjean up to P7. Although he's on the option tires. Massa P8 and P9. Magnussen, Button, Verne, Kvyat, Sutil, Raikkonen. I don't know what's going on with Raikkonen this race, down to P15. Then Maldonado, Kobayashi, Bianchi, Ericsson, Chilton. And it was Gutierrez who retired. Okay, so it wasn't a front runner, it was a backmarker. Okay. I think I might be able to keep this lead over to, you know, Magnussen until the pit stops. And now I think I closed the gap to Massa a bit.
Williams are getting ready for a pit stop. We think it's going to be Massa. He should be pitting within the next few laps.
Massa is using DRS on Grosjean, unfortunately, so it's going to be kind of difficult to overtake if I manage to catch up to them. Yeah, we are closing. That's good, of course. Trying to escape from the McLarens. It's definitely better that they are not right behind me. I don't have to go defensive. I can just simply focus on, you know, taking the ideal lines every time.
We need to pass this guy. You're much faster in sector one.
Must have dropped back for some reason.
Your lap times are half a second faster than Massa.
Oh, is that so? Yeah, we are closing to Massa, but the McLarens are also closing in.
Try and close the gap to the car ahead. It's currently 2 seconds.
Yeah, Massa is trying to attack Grosjean, but I don't think he can into this corner, yeah. Oh, he's losing out again. It's good for me that we are in the slipstream. We can use DRS. Fantastic opportunity. Yeah, Massa and Grosjean are on the primes, I think. Oh, that was not a good exit, or a... yeah. Lost some time, but I have DRS, so that's alright.
Pit crew ready for you at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
We would need to pit this lap. And I think I will. Button did not manage to overtake Magnussen, that's interesting.
Massa goes for the overtake. Don't forget, pit in this lap. Fuel is good, fuel is good. We can move to mix 2 or 3 if you need it.
Grosjean is pitting as well. I don't think we can beat him. Oh, okay. I was kind of afraid that Magnussen might beat me in the pits. But we are very close to Grosjean. I think he's also on the prime tires.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
I get DRS, fantastic. And nice, into turn 3. Hopefully I can pull away from him. That will be the ideal scenario. Although he managed to. Well, actually, this is really good because I hope that Grosjean can hold up Magnussen. And maybe Button, if Button comes out behind us.
Button should be due a tyre change within a couple of laps.
Okay, so Button is not pitting yet. Seems like. I don't know if that's a Button on the map or it's a backmarker or who is that, but... Magnussen already moving on Grosjean, but I don't think he pulled off the move. Yeah, he did not. The AI really struggles with overtaking in most F1 games, you know, the early F1 games. Yeah, okay, that's going to be a backmarker, not Button. He's 17 seconds ahead. This is good because you know, I can nicely pull away from Grosjean and Magnussen.
There's not much between you and the car behind, just 2 seconds.
I'm hoping that Grosjean can hold up Magnussen, just like how he was holding up Massa. Kobayashi, please move over. Thank you. Grosjean is still holding up Magnussen, that's perfect. It's going to help me later in the race.
3 plus gap to the car behind, 3 plus.
Oh, okay. Left 39. Oh, there is someone else. Who is that? Massa? I think he pitted. Yeah, indeed. Well, unfortunately we are behind him, but I think he's going to be a lot quicker than us anyway.
We have a gap of about 3 seconds
Shit.
between you and the next car.
Took too much. Too big of a corner cut, unfortunately. Yeah. Massa is going to leave me into dust. Or in the dust, unfortunately. But it's kind of expected. I mean, that Williams car is really good. Grosjean is nowhere to be seen. Almost 5 seconds.
Looks like Ricciardo is going for a shorter stint. Red Bull have fitted the option tyres to his car.
Ricciardo is going for a short stint. I mean, this is going to be the last 2 laps that he has to do, so. But I don't think he lost the lead. Not even once, so.
With 5 seconds down on Massa.
He might end up winning by some crazy margin, you know, like 40 seconds or 50 or something like that. We did see that in the previous season in 2013. With, you know, Vettel or or Hamilton winning by like 40 and 50 seconds. Button is in the pits, okay. It would be nice if Grosjean managed to come out ahead of him as well, but that might not be the case. Oh, I think it was enough. I think Grosjean is going to be ahead of Button. Yeah, indeed, okay. That's fantastic. Because now Grosjean is going to hold up Button. Button has the option tires on, of course, so it's going to be very difficult for Grosjean, but he managed to hold up Massa, so hopefully he can do the same. Someone came out of the pits, but I guess that's a lapped driver. Oh, is it a Ferrari? I think that's Raikkonen. Yeah. And he has the option tires on. That's unfortunate, because he might be quicker than me. But of course he cannot overtake me. We are not fighting for position. And it's going to be annoying, but well, can't really do anything about it. And Button already overtook Grosjean. God damn it. I was having high hopes that Grosjean could delay Button a bit longer, but I guess not. It was a bit too much. And you can see how quick Button is, 3.4 already. He's cutting down the gap quickly because he's on the option tires. But at least I have Raikkonen behind me. So Raikkonen might help me out, you know. Yeah, it's a very bad situation for Raikkonen because he's a lot quicker than me, but he cannot overtake. Because I left him. And he's letting through Button. Yeah, Button is right behind me now. God damn it. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, he's almost pushing me off the track. He's just so much quicker. So much quicker than me. And he's pushing as well. I think he's going to pass into turn 1. Yeah, I just cannot defend the position. That was quick. Or Button. Yeah, okay, that's Raikkonen. That's not the Lotus. Hamilton fastest lap.
You're faster in sector 2 than the car ahead. Sector 2, go to the pass.
Someone is getting blue flags. And holding up Button. It's Maldonado, but it's not going to help me. The Button gets a really bad exit, but it's not enough. And he has DRS, yeah. I'm going to try though, into turn 3 maybe. See if I can reclaim P8 from Button. It's going to be impossible because he has DRS, yeah. I mean, his tires are still very new, so you can get out a lot of pace from those tires. A bit of a lockup. Oh no. Yeah, Maldonado and Raikkonen are fighting for position.
Currently, Butler's a second a lap faster than you. 1 second.
Yeah. Ricciardo is still in the lead, like, I don't know. Might look at another database or something, you know, and start over the career. Because it's not very realistic, you know, that you have the Red Bull just dominating in 2014. It should be the Mercedes cars that are winning by, I don't know, 30 and 40 seconds. Not the Red Bull of Ricciardo. Like, yeah, he did win a few races, but Red Bull wasn't a dominant car, to say the least, in 2014. I do like that I actually have to fight hard for positions with this database, you know, and for points. The speed of the AI is pretty good. It's just that it should be, you know, Mercedes dominating, not Red Bull. But that was the issue in the other career as well, you know, in the 2013 season. That it should have been Vettel winning race after. Oh, someone goes off the track. It was one of the Marussia cars into the gravel trap. But I think he came back to the track. Interesting mistake. Oh, Magnussen overtook Grosjean. Unfortunate. He's 7 seconds away. That's a lot. But I mean, that's not... I mean, it might be enough. Because I think Magnussen is also going to be on the same tire compound as me, you know, on the hard tires. Or, you know, primes. They weren't called hard tires, they were, you know, primes. So that was the harder compound back then. And then you had the options. But yeah, Button just took off. Almost 8 seconds ahead already. And Magnussen is closing in. That's not good. Yeah, he's closing in, unfortunately. But, well, Grosjean did his best. At least I have Raikkonen and Maldonado between myself and Magnussen, but I don't know. They can be helpful. They can hold up Magnussen a bit. Okay, hopefully Raikkonen and Maldonado won't let Magnussen through in a straight. Raikkonen is getting blue flags. Oh, he's going to pull to the side, I think. Yeah. Well, that worked out well for Magnussen, unfortunately. But it won't go that easy with Maldonado, I hope. It's going to go that easy. Yeah. God damn it. They weren't as helpful as I wanted them to be, but can't really do much. Can't really do anything about it. .5 to Magnussen. Someone else is lapping the others, you know, like Raikkonen and Maldonado are being lapped by someone. But I don't know if that's going to be P11 or the race leader. Oh, yeah, I messed it one up, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's going to be Ricardo, the race leader. And he's moving past Magnussen now. Which is good because Magnussen had DRS, but he couldn't really use it because, well, he had to slow down, so. Okay, come on, Ricardo. Come on, come on. Okay, this is going to be perfect. I barely have to lift. Just a bit. But Magnussen was also... Yeah, that was nicely timed. Just managed to keep the position to Magnussen. And I'm going to get DRS from Ricardo. That's good. This is going to help me to keep the position. For now, at least for this lap. But you know, it's a good thing that I got lapped, because now we have to do one less lap. Less opportunities for Magnussen to overtake me. Okay. First attack defended. I absolutely need to put up the fuel mix to reach in that DRS zone, because he's going to get away just like how Button did. Button managed to get ahead of me just enough so I couldn't defend from the inside, unfortunately. They really don't want to risk a collision, you know, so... Button almost 20 seconds ahead, holy shit. Almost 20 seconds. Oh, that was close. It was very close. Yeah, it was very close, but if I can keep doing this for a few more laps, then we are good. Just 2 more laps. And I can score my first points in Formula 1. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, that was very... How do I say, like, that was very extreme. I went really deep to defend the position, but I have to, like... He got a really good exit, unfortunately. And who are those behind? Can't really see them. I don't know if that's going to be Raikkonen and Maldonado, or maybe the second and third driver or drivers. I mean, that's definitely a Ferrari back there, so it might be Maldonado and Raikkonen again. I think this might actually be the last corner that we do. Yeah, indeed. Okay, we are going to get P9. Fantastic. Whew. That was close. I really had to fight hard for these points, but man. Ricardo wins his home Grand Prix.
Your first points of the season. Congratulations.
He wins by over 15 seconds ahead of Hamilton and Rosberg. And then we have Alonso. He was running in the top 3 for a significant amount of time, but well, this Ferrari wasn't a good car to say the least. Then we have Bottas in P5, great race for Williams. We have Vettel P6, 48 seconds behind Ricciardo, only scoring 8 points. Massa P7, Button P8, and P9. First ever points in Formula 1 for me, which is fantastic. I mean, last season we were in the Caterham, we had no chance to score points or to fight in the midfield, and now we actually have the chance to be there and score points. And it's a great thing that we managed to score them immediately at the Australian Grand Prix. 2 points in the bag. And then we have Magnussen, of course, in P10. Grosjean, P11, he contributed a lot to my point scoring position because he was holding up Magnussen for a very long time. He also held up Jensen Button a bit. Just a bit, little bit, not as much as he did with Magnussen, but well, thanks to Grosjean I was able to finish P9. He finished as P11, which is a great result for Lotus. And then we have Fiat on his first race in Formula 1, finishing P12. Then we have Vergne P13, Sutil P14, Maldonado P15, Raikkonen P16. I'm not sure what was going on with his race or with his car, but yeah, this was a very weak weekend for him. I mean, qualifying was alright if he qualified P10, but well, didn't really work out in the race for some reason. Kobayashi P17, Bianchi P18, Ericsson P19 and Chilton P20. And we had Gutierrez and Hülkenberg retiring from this race. Hülkenberg retired in the second lap, even though he started from P4, like that's crazy. I think for the next rounds, I will do 1 lap qualifying. That way the AI cannot be messed up, because they are on the track with me all the time, you know, because we are only doing 1 lap, so yeah. Great race. Qualifying was not good for me, but it was a really good recovery drive into the top 10. Continue, and of course this is the Driver Championship standings. Ricciardo leads after 1 round. Let's see the constructors. It's being led by Red Bull. They are tied on points with Mercedes. And they are ahead of Mercedes because, you know, Ricciardo finished first, so, you know, he was ahead of Hamilton. But yeah, it's a great start for, at least for Ricciardo. For Vettel, it was kind of a mid-race, qualifying P5 and finishing P6. Not a good. I mean, this season was not great for him. 2014, he was really not there, you know. Then we have Williams up to P3 in the Constructors' Championship. And 1 podium already secured for them. Well, no, never mind. Not a podium, but a P5. We have Ferrari P4, McLaren P5, and P6 for us in the Force India. Lotus, Toro Rosso, Sauber, Caterham, and Marussia are the remainder. It does look like that we can or we will fight for P6, you know, maybe with Lotus, because I highly doubt that we are going to be able to outscore McLaren, you know. So, yeah. But for now, we are very close to them. Maybe both of us could have scored points, you know, if Hülkenberg doesn't retire. But of course, that was not his fault. Yeah, Red Bull gets first win. I mean, it was a pretty confident win. Pole position and they race win by 15 seconds. Did Ricciardo get the fastest lap? No, it was. The fastest lap was obtained by Hamilton. Okay. Yeah, okay, we are going to have a some sort of a upgrade for the Malaysian Grand Prix. And then for the Chinese as well. Round 4. Is it going to... Hold on, is it going to rain? Friday and Saturday, yeah. So it might be a rainy qualifying session. But the race day is going to be just simply cloudy. Okay. So let me exit. Auto saving, perfect. Let me swap back to the other screen and exit the game. Okay, so finally we got our first points in Formula 1 after over a season. It was great to score some points finally. I mean, it was just the first race of the season, so it's great that we managed to put some points in the bag already. But it's going to be difficult to keep this up, that's for sure, because McLaren are quick. I don't think we can have a fight against them, you know, for P5 in the Constructor Championship, but we will see. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream. Tomorrow I might play this game again, maybe another F1 2014 stream with some, you know, more career mode. But we will see. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream and I'll see you next time. So bye bye.